You're listening to Mix Off Air with Duffy Moon, Amber Kay, Camper Kyle, and Kelsey Lorenz. And now, the Mix Mornings Post Show.
Yeah, it's the Mix Mornings Mix Off Air podcast.
Yeah, Duffy's boycotting because last time on the last podcast, he had the idea to call teachers that meant something special to
Which
us.
I had my teacher ready to go.
I didn't do it at all because I didn't want to. But Duffy did get a hold of the wife and found out his teacher had passed away.
Oh.
And so he said there was didn't really know where to go from there.
Oh, it's fun. It's not funny. I'm not laughing.
No, it's not. It's just funny timing, though. You know, rest in peace, bud. You know.
Yeah, because it was like recent too. But yeah,
Wow.
that teacher like meant a lot to him, and then he found out like that by calling the wife. You know, so it was real weird. But so he's not here for this.
So we're just not gonna let him know.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But we were gonna last time talk about just some stuff from high school or school in general, and maybe why we're glad we're out of school.
Out of school, yeah.
And we didn't get to it, so we figured we would do that this time.
Yeah. I have I would say mostly positive memories.
Well, you were homeschooled.
Not in high school.
I gotta start with brunch.
You have talked so much about your bad experiences in high school.
Yeah.
What do you mean you mostly have good experiences?
Well, they're mostly good. It's just the bad were really, really bad and embarrassing.
I think we would probably have a better understanding of everyone's story if we knew what kind of clique we kind of went with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was a floater.
I was about to say, yeah, you were like me then. I was a floater too. What's a floater?
Well, but a jock as well.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a jock.
I was a
I was the nerd floater.
Oh,
so I was an ROTC.
So Kyle was a nerd and didn't have any friends, so he would go around.
No, I had friends. It was just like I had some popular friends and I had some not so popular friends, but I was mostly with the middle kind of like crowd who doesn't have a crowd, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Hipster.
No, kind of. Well, in Gulf Breeze, I was a hipster. Yeah.
I was a jock, but I hung out with the guys. That was my. There was also a rumor that someone made up that I had a girlfriend, and everyone believed it. So I feel like what are you gonna say, huh?
Nothing.
Maybe just some of the sports that you played had something to do.
Like I wouldn't.
We were part of a very girly softball team.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, we don't judge.
No,
you know?
Yeah, no, it was funny, but yeah, no, that was kind of my clique.
So your clique was
the guy jocks.
The guy jocks, yeah. Amber, what was your clique?
My clique? Well, I went to 2 different high schools.
Yeah, so did I.
So the first one that I was at, my whole entire grade was 13 people.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's how the whole high school was. So there wasn't too many like cliques, but I played sports, and so hung out with them, and like my cousin went there. There was basically like 2 groups. It was like the people who played sports and the people who didn't.
Gotcha.
And just because you played sports didn't even mean you were good at sports, because like everyone got to play if you wanted to.
There you go.
So I'm not calling myself a jock. I'm just saying I played sports.
You played sports, right.
I liked sports.
There, yeah.
And then I went there my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, I went back to the bigger high school, which is still not that big. Same one you went to, Kelsey.
Okay.
So what's graduating class? Like 150?
Yeah,
something
150.
like that?
I think mine was about 200.
Yeah, so not very big. And so at that one, I went back there, so I didn't really know anybody. At first, I just hung out with, I don't even know. There was this one girl that Kelsey might know that we hung out a lot. And we would like skip science class together. We would take her pickup truck.
Oh boy! So she had a girlfriend. In high school.
Well, I think I did, but I didn't know it.
Oh,
yeah.
So she was.
Because later she came out, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" We went to lunch together
In your pickup truck.
In her pickup truck, and I thought about it, and I'm like, she always wore athletic clothes and never wore makeup and drove a pickup, and so we hung out a lot. And then like I didn't hang out with the real popular kids because I always felt like they were rich. Like I didn't fit in with them, and they played sports. And at that school, I didn't play sports because you had to like try out. And so I don't know. I hung out with just kind of an average group, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the small school, and so then I just was back, you know, kind of hanging out with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I moved here in freshman year, and so at the middle school that I went to, it was a cool thing to be in band. So I came to this area, and I was in band. It was cool.
What did you play?
Clarinet.
Oh.
But
Did you ever go to band camp?
I did not. Well, I guess I did. I don't know.
She doesn't remember
I don't know.
her band camp experience.
Got pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What time at band camp?
No, I was outcasted from the band group, and I quit band my freshman year. And you know what? I made friends sophomore year, so they did not like me.
The band didn't like you?
The band group didn't like me.
Oh, see, I got in good with the band.
I bet you did.
Yeah, well, I also liked to do theater too.
Oh.
And that's actually my first story is getting bullied by like what you guys would honestly, it's like what I would think, like if you watch those high schools, they would be the unpopular kids or like the drama kids, like not unpopular, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They bullied me. They were so mean. They made me quit freshman year.
So you quit band and theater?
Yes.
I'm not laughing at your pain, Kelsey. I'm just
I can't believe they bullied me. They were telling me how I, because I was like, well, I just like don't want to overact. And then the one guy said, oh, you don't want to overact? And I was like, oh, rude.
What was his name?
I can't tell you because I can't remember him. I can't remember him, but he's
I will
so
say,
mean.
because you're a pretty girl. And so when you go around people who are maybe used to being picked on,
Yeah, you know.
and they're in a group together and you're by yourself, it's like they will retaliate and they'll place you. Like I used to in college, this one girl, she joined our sorority and she did not like me. And then finally, after we got to know each other, she was like, I'm so sorry. You just really reminded me of the girls that picked on me in high school. And so I just didn't like you right away because the way you look. And so, so I think maybe like when you look like you do and then you go around kind of the nerdy people that maybe have had some struggles.
Yeah.
That then they're just going to take it down on you.
Yeah, I can't help it if everyone loves me. Like,
I can't help it if I'm hot.
if I'm popular and beautiful. No, I don't know. It was just awkward because, like, I mean, it was freshman year. I had an ugly duckling stage. Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like I also have I don't trust anyone that's never been ugly in their life because I don't trust you, Kyle.
Why
that's
are you raising your hand?
I've never been ugly. I've always been
I thought
dashing.
you were still in the ugly duckling stage.
Well, then I've never not been.
He's still waiting to turn into a swan.
If it hasn't happened yet,
You'll
it's
have
not
your
going
swan
to.
days.
Well, mine.
No, guys actually, they
Yeah.
look better with age.
Oh, good. Yeah, George Clooney. Am I right?
Just guys, yeah. I mean, you look at any guys, except for some kind of go
Fall
downhill. Like if they
Val
get
Kilmer.
the big,
Like Ted Danson, you know, from Cheers. Sam from Cheers. He kind of turned into some weird. He got a big
Steve
forehead.
Carell is a good example.
yes.
He is so
Okay.
much better looking now. And I was saying this the other day, and my husband's like, "You think Michael's hot?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I was saying Steve Carell looks better now than he did back whenever he played him. Like when he went gray and everything, he looks better."
Ooh, Silver Fox.
Yeah, but so guys, it's not fair. Guys look better with age, and women just go downhill.
Yeah, well, my ugly duckling stage was from like 6th grade to junior year in high school, so I had to overcompensate for not looking good, I guess. I don't know. But,
How did you overcompensate?
well, okay, so I went through puberty pretty fast.
Oh boy. Okay.
So I would wear baggier clothes. So
Yeah.
like I would just like, I don't know. I felt very uncomfortable. I was very awkward. and a follower by heart, to be honest. I followed. I was not a leader. I'm okay with saying that. I am still a follower.
That's why Kelsey always says she's going to end up in a cult.
Yeah, damn
That's
right.
okay.
And
That's all right.
and I've been saying for years I'm going to start a cult. So Kelsey's going to be my first like victim, like one I focus on to get as a follower.
Yeah, but everyone goes through an ugly duckling stage.
See,
Like, you
with
have
me,
to
it was
admit.
just not knowing how to, because I went to public school up until first grade, and then I was homeschooled until 8th
So
grade.
you went to public school for kindergarten
preschool?
Yeah.
No, preschool, kindergarten, and first grade.
and first grade.
Yeah, and
Oh,
first
okay.
grade. Second grade was my first year of homeschool, and then I went until 7th, and then 8th grade was my first year back, which was the year before high
What
school.
An awkward.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrid. Like the 8th grade year was just trash because I just didn't know how to. It was just I didn't know anybody, and everyone else knew everybody because they grew up together.
Yeah, that was
so
like my-
everyone knew everybody except for me. And then I had the first 2 years of high school in the same town. The sophomore year was okay.
My sophomore year was the best.
Really? I see. Senior
Yeah.
year was the best for me because it was just like I had finally become normal. I was like, I could like socialize.
You were that weird homeschool
He
kid.
still is. He said that's when he became normal, but he never really did.
Well, more normal.
Get it?
More normal.
More normal.
More normal. You know what? I can hear you guys. I have headphones on too. We're not actually whispering. No, but it was like, it was very awkward the first few years of school because I had friends. I always had friends, but I would always like, oh man, I had this one girlfriend freshman year, and she,
What? You had a girlfriend freshman year?
she was totally out of
And
my
you were
league.
so weird.
Yeah, I was like a cute
I didn't
kid.
get one till like
No, I was
junior year.
Oh yeah, and she
when
was,
I came out of puberty.
What's funny is like she was one of the more social, like popular kids, and like we were in
She knew your
biology
family
class.
had money.
No.
She's all that guy.
No, they probably thought I didn't have any money because of the clothes I wore. I didn't know how to dress myself. But we had a biology project, and so she asked me to be her partner, and she said, "Give me a little piece of paper, be my partner," with a smiley face on it. And so I went, I didn't know what to do. I was already been friends with her for a minute, so
For a minute.
but we dated for like 3 months, and she broke up with me. And the reason she did that, I learned a few years later, because she's like, "You were just too awkward. You didn't know how to date." And I felt good though because
You're a freshman.
well, yeah, but when I was leaving, by the time I left Florida, she was like, I think I missed out because you actually turned out to be a normal person. But you were just, she was like, you were just such an awkward kid back then.
I think girls in high school. Well, I did when I was like, I'm gonna wait. When he gets older, he might pay off. I still do it. That's
Don't you have a
Maverick?
boyfriend?
No, and he will pay off. You know?
Well, either way, yeah. I mean,
Nice.
what about you, Amber?
What?
What was your high school? I mean, many memories, stories from
You're
high school?
strangely quiet.
I don't know. Like, of course, there's stories, but like, what do you mean?
I don't know, like anything that pops out that you like
The
to share,
first date.
or just
first
something.
date.
Did you date in high school?
Actually, I would say my husband was probably my first real boyfriend. We broke up for like 2.5 years before, like, in between dating and getting married. So I dated other people, but yeah, I showed up. I was a sophomore. I had just turned 16, and his friends came through Sonic and told me and my friend to go to his friend's house, that he was going to be there because we'd like met a week earlier. And we show up, and it's all guys sitting in the living room watching porn.
Whoa!
And I had never seen porn.
Oh my gosh!
And they're drinking, and I didn't drink. And so I sit down, and my friend leaves me to go like hook up with one of his friends. And so I'm sitting there by not by myself, but the only girl in a room of
guys,
dudes watching, and it was so awkward.
I would have turned around. I don't know how you stayed there. I would have been gone. I would have been like,
Wow.
okay, bye.
Yeah. One of the guys did go to my high school though. Like,
okay.
He went to my previous high school. Like, we weren't friends, but like I
okay.
knew who he was. But other than that,
I'm gonna go back.
but yeah, that was our first date. Yeah,
I have some questions about
I guess
that
you could call
story.
that a date.
I want to call it that.
Why
Yeah.
was it? Why?
We made out.
Oh yeah, there you go. While watching porn.
Room full of
Hey, I don't judge.
Why
I
was
don't
a
judge.
group of guys
Do guys do that? I'm sorry.
I know you told me.
That was the one and only time I entered a situation like that.
You know,
and
I
was
hung
like,
out with the guys, and I've never been through that.
You've been to a
I
weird.
was just, I was very, like, I never have understood watching that. And so I just was just like, this is so uncomfortable. So we ended up going outside. And so.
That's good, yeah.
Oh, good, yeah.
But yeah, it was so weird.
I remember one time after a football game, I was a sophomore. I think that's when you start noticing. Just kidding, lied. 3rd grade, am I right? No. So sophomore year, it was the senior football, like not star, but he was a senior football guy, and I thought he was so cute. This and that. I had my braces on. I had makeup all done. He has it, and it's after a game, and I don't know if you guys like. In this area, like you go down after and you hug them and like tell them good game, blah blah blah, take pictures. Okay, well that's what I did. I went down there with a friend of mine or something, and he found me, and I was like, oh, good game, this and that, and I go in for a hug, and then I can't get away. My face, my braces are stuck in his football jersey, and I go, wait, I'm stuck. And he goes, are you serious? Ripped the jersey out of my braces, took off and ran.
Did it rip the jersey?
Yep. He told me the next day, he's like, hey, I still have a hole in my jersey because of you. I was like, well. And hence why I didn't get a boyfriend until junior year. So there you go.
That's all right. Hey, that's all right.
So awkward.
Yeah, that's.
I'm starting to wonder if I should have told my story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was going for like cute and awkward and
I
quirky.
thought your story was great. I've never heard of that before.
Go in, just a bunch of guys
watching porn, just hanging out.
We would all hang out at that house because his dad was blind, and so when
yeah, because he was watching porn too much.
and so whenever his dad would come home, we would just all be real quiet.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
Until his dad went to bed, and then we could hang out because he wouldn't we could get away with hanging out past curfew because his dad couldn't see us.
I don't know how to.
You've told me a few stories, Amber, that I've never heard. Like Kelsey's story she just told. I've never heard that one before, but I've heard stories like it.
Yeah, it's
I've
quirky.
Quirky, kind of funny and embarrassing. I've never heard stories like yours. Never. It's just so.
Yeah, and I'm leaving out part of that story.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
You don't have to tell me the rest of it.
Oh, jeez. A really oh my gosh, embarrassing thing in high school was that first girlfriend I had. We all hung out in a group, right? Which is a bad idea. You don't date within groups.
Were you guys watching porn?
No.
All right.
No, I didn't know what that was
I
back
feel like
then.
we've said porn too much.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, stop.
All right, we'll
This
just
is
call
what
it.
happens when Duffy's not here. And then I'm like, oh, are we going to get in trouble? I start feeling like I'm
explicit
16 again. And I'm like,
Nah, we'll be all right.
But now I'll get fired.
No, just this isn't a kid-friendly thing, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I don't, that's not something I practice.
What?
Watching.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. We trust you, man. We
You're
trust you.
such Highlander.
What?
Me too.
Outlander.
Oh,
Me
geez,
too.
you guys.
And I didn't mean we. I meant Kelsey and I didn't
No, I
mean
understand.
Separately. We
didn't-
watch it
I
separately.
didn't mean my husband and
Yeah, we sit down and watch Highlander and
Outlander. Highlander is where they would live forever and you had to cut off their head for them. That was a show. Did y'all
Oh,
ever
okay.
watch that?
No.
Yeah.
The only way that they would die is if you cut off their head, but they're
Yeah.
from the Highlands, but then it was modern day, but they had been lit
Okay.
anyhow.
I
don't
have
know.
to watch that. Anywho, go on.
we dated for a few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a few months later, she got with some guy, another guy, and not because
In the group?
yeah, in the group.
Homie hopper.
And so I was hanging around in that group, and I was like, "This is just not fun anymore." And so,
Homie hopper.
yeah, I know, right? I mean, trust me, I'm not saying anything bad about her. She's great. It was just we were kids in
Yeah.
high school, But
I
it was
feel like
so awkward.
At that time, it's okay though.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't judge her for it if that's what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't have been dating with. Well, I don't know.
You didn't
One
have the
time-
choice.
One time
Well,
I was
there's that, yeah.
I was kind of talking slightly to this one guy in high school, and we went cruising in his lowrider.
Wow.
And then we started drag racing, And so then the cops chased us, and then they pulled us over, and they were, spotlighting us in the face, and they asked me if I was a runaway.
How old was this guy? Like 30 or something?
He, I think, was a senior, and I was a sophomore.
Oh, that's fine.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
No.
That's all
But
right.
it was because of the people. Like, I was this little blonde-headed white girl,
Right.
and it was all these kind of, like, lowriders. And so I guess...
Golly, man.
Yeah, but he was a total poser. His parents were like, they lived in like a really nice house in a really nice neighborhood, and he tried to like act like he was.
Oh my gosh, he straight up like West Side Storied it, huh?
I've never seen that.
I don't know what that means. You've said that a few times.
I know. I'm just always like, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Whatever that means.
What that
Have you seen West Side Story?
I have not.
Like, I've seen it, and I have no idea. Every time I make a reference, I'm like,
I
what are you talking
know the premise of
about?
it.
Yes, Romeo
is-
and Juliet, modern.
Is it? I thought it was like the Bronx.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but-
modern Romeo and
Yeah.
Juliet, and it's two gangs who are like the two families that's in the
Capulets
Bronx.
and
Like
the Montagues.
Grease.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Grease.
Watch
don't
Grease, everyone, and basically like my whole high school experience.
All right, we got to wrap things up. On that note,
It didn't sound like that.
thanks for listening. We're on the Mixed Mornings show, 6 to 10 at Mix 107.5. Catch us there and
Follow me on Instagram.
follow Amber on Instagram.
So that if I get fired,
Right.
if I have more followers, maybe I can get another job.
Yeah, exactly.
Amber K on air,
Have her-
Kaye.
Have her covered. Okay, bye.